What's up, everybody? Welcome to the brand new series for the channel. Today we are going to be playing The Council. It's an episodic game. I don't know too much about it other than I think each episode takes a couple hours to play, and to me it looks very much like a if I were to describe it, it'd be like Clue in the form of a video game. Meaning it's almost like a murder mystery whodunit. There's a lot of different characters. You're all stuck in the same manor, the same house, and you have to figure out who did it. So the reviews are kind of mixed on it, but I always tend to try to look at my own opinions rather than just focus on what's the reviews are on Steam with it. So if it hasn't frozen up on me, there we go. So we're gonna play fill the condition. Okay, whatever. And this one should have voice acting.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
The
You've
voice
stolen
acting
something
isn't
from me that I
bad,
intend to get back.
but the motion capture for the mouths is pretty bad.
Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert! Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Ooh. Okay.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
I was like, why have you not shot yet?
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchardt.
Okay. So, I don't know if this was originally made for a different language, and maybe that's why the motion capture for the, the mouths is kind of off. So it's 1793. Cool. Intro credits.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up von Berchardt's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditch me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Okay, so then we're following our mother here. Episode 1, The Mad Ones.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Okay.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
What the hell?
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay when you're done.
The hell? So he's having like
Phew.
visions?
Louis, are you alright? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
Okay, so is he having visions of the future or the past?
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
I mean, it can't be the past because she's living, but...
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Okay, my next question actually was about to say if I actually get any control over any of the characters or anything.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Oh, okay. Choose my class. A diplomat, shines in society, a talented speaker, he avoids faux pas, and he can convince those with whom he is talking without offending them. Politics is his field of predilection. Occultist is a master of deception, convinced of the importance of knowledge. He has acquired extensive expertise in science and the arts. Using others to achieve his own ends does not bother him. Or detective. The detective excels in investigation. He is trained to notice every detail in his surroundings as well as in people he questions. As a hands-on man, he does not shy away from the direct approach. Let's go with detective. I feel like that's going to be... Wow, so there's actually quite a bit of... Oh, there's just a tree for each one. So we have 3 available points. Okay. So we have psychology, questioning, vigilance, logic, and agility. Okay. I think we need to do some vigilance. Let's just do 1 in each of those. Okay, so to validate we hold space. Okay. There we go.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Angers, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Smooth.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Okay, opportunities. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points. To access the skill required for the situation, you just need to have unlocked it.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Okay. Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Review immunities and vulnerabilities in the Journal tab in the menu. Okay. To access menu pages.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about
She's
my
immune
mother.
to logic.
Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Okay, now we have talents. You obtain talents when carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects, as they offer very interesting improvements. Review all talents in the dedicated tab in the menu. Okay. Okay, so this is a map. We have an inventory. Handkerchief given to you by Lady Hillsborough. Bloodstain on it is yours. It bears her initials EH. Mortimer's invitation. Dear Monsieur de Richet, I am writing to you to express my embarrassment regarding the situation in which I find myself. As you probably know, I had invited your mother, Sarah de Richet, to join me on my island several weeks ago. We had projects in common regarding your order. Her stay was going smoothly until yesterday when your mother suddenly disappeared. I do not want to overworry you, but I would like you to join me as soon as possible so we can shed some light on this mystery. Please accept, sir, the expression of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Lord William Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire. Okay, so we have a journal. Okay, so we can actually go through the people that we've met. Okay, so let's start with our mother, Sarah de Richet. Sarah Faustine de Richet is a rich French aristocrat. 34 years ago, Sarah took over one of the most important secret societies, the Golden Order. A woman of strong will, Sarah endeavored to infiltrate the highest circles of society. Politics, trade transactions, secret of state, or paranormal spheres, the Order had an eye over everything. One of the biggest areas of growth that Sarah brought to the Order was the development of branches in America, Europe, and Central Africa, not to mention the expansion of her occult section, which she took care of personally. Since he was just a boy. Oh, okay. Sarah has been preparing her son, Louis, to become the new face of the Golden Order. Okay. So then Emily, which is the Duchess, Emily Hillsborough, is an English Duchess close to the English crown. Very discreet about her origins, Emily only came onto the political scene after her wedding that some qualified as a marriage of interest to an old English aristocrat on the decline. Libertarian, modern, but discreet, she has taken it upon herself to establish close ties with her peers. In a few years, she became the favorite diplomat of the Queen, which is what probably prompted her Prime Minister, William Pitt, to take her as private secretary, thus provoking much suspicion and jealousy. As a regular visitor, Emily accepted Sir Gregory Halm's invitation to come to Lord Mortimer's island because, for nothing in the world, would she miss one of these famed receptions. Okay. And then the main character, Louis de Richet, the only son of Sarah, Louis Maurice de Richet, is a young Parisian aristocrat. I guess that's like a Paris thing, right? Ever since he was a young child, Louis moved in his mother's circles, and so it was natural that on his 14th birthday, he entered the Golden Order, the secret society headed by Sarah. Precocious, Louis progressed quickly at her side despite the daily treatment his mother prescribed for his chronic migraines. Okay, that's what those are. He climbed the ladder until he was able to assist his mother in occult cases, for which he was particularly talented. As time went by, he became shaped in the image that his mother had held for him. Everything pointed to, one day, young Louis becoming the head of the Golden Order. Okay, so this is the guy, right? Giuseppe Piaggi. I'm probably butchering all these names. His Eminence, the Cardinal Giuseppe Piaggi, is a legate of Pope Pius VI. A distinguished speaker, Giuseppe Piaggi worked throughout his career to serve the principles of the Roman Catholic Church. A man of science and amateur philosopher, he quickly caught the ear of the Pope, who discreetly named him Cardinal in Pectore. He was thus able to use his relationship to trust to help Pius VI in his difficult mission of guiding the faithful. Invited by Sir Gregory Halm, Piaggi is delighted to meet his old friend Mortimer in order to represent the interests of the Holy See. Cool. Okay, so then... Okay, this is our thing here. Talents... Oh, okay, so we just have to play the game in order to progress and get higher areas then, right? And then traits, charismatic presence, trusting, detective. Okay, so we just kind of have to play through the game in order to get talents and traits. And then these little perks we have to get ourselves. Okay, cool. Whoa. That was a little bit too quick. Let's go into the manor.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richer. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richer's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Okay, your skills give you the access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost is in effort points. Okay.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richer. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Do I really want to spend that point, though? Just for that? I mean, I guess just to see what the system is like, right?
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Okay,
It is
so
indeed your handkerchief.
we just got the
You must have
handkerchief
come
and that's
for a
it.
specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf? Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time. This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Royal jelly restores 2 effort points. You cannot carry more than 5. How do I know how much I have?
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Okay. So again, like I said, it's basically a Clue
It's like
video
a bar from an
game.
old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Okay.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Okay, another thing of royal jelly. And I'm just looking through to see if there's any other clues. Because I don't know if we're going to be coming back to this point.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
So it seems like nobody's really used...
A lantern. Nothing special.
Nobody's really used this port for a while.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look.
Mr. Carl Corey.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Galbraith.
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the order sent some envoys there.
Ideograms.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says.
Okay. Examine the other letters.
Probably a Dutchman.
I still can't.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
So, I'm guessing that at some point I do come back here.
This
Because
envelope
I
is
definitely don't
meant
have
for the
enough points to
Vatican.
do that. Yeah, I can't
This
ring a
name
bell on
sounds
any of these.
familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
Okay, stand back. Let me
Let's see
use that
what's hidden
first
inside.
option to find a clue. Oh, okay, so the bottom left is where we have the points. And the honey restores that. So let's find a clue.
Ah. One of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything on this side of the dock. Doesn't really look like it. Alright. So at least there's a... Whoa. What am I stuck on? There we go. Alright, let's go up to the manor. I think I've done enough work down here for now. Man, you really get stuck on things easily. I don't know what I'm stuck on now.
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
I can't translate anything yet. Alright. Let's climb the stairs.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
So is that supposed to be Zeus?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Okay, confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking is convinced. Okay.
Well, thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
Cool.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Obviously, he knows who she is. And he said that he wants to take over. He would be cool with me taking over eventually. I can't tell the dude professional secrets. Sorry. Come on.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Crap.
Shit. All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Let's do it.
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or
Exploited
if
vulnerability.
I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
If only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Last step. Okay, for the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Okay, so basically, it's until you mess up enough that there's no other options. Okay. Honestly, I feel like saying no because I feel like this dude just isn't going to trust me.
So it's not through a lack of goodwill, but I'd rather swear by something else.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, to be honest with you, and for my promise to keep all its value, I assure you, it would be better if I didn't swear before God. I shall swear upon my mother's life, if you prefer.
Are you aware of the enormity
Really?
of what you just said to me, young man?
Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, let's just do it.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen,
Wow. I guess I was
let's
just
stop there.
overthinking it.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derich.
Trait unlocked.
Your mother
Reliable.
and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Okay. Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. Okay, so that's basically what I was doing on the docks. So we got another item in the inventory, and I want to say that I got another point? Talent? Or trait? It was a trait. You gained 1 skill point in manipulation. You gained Piaggi's letter. Okay. So now we're kind of free to look around a little bit. That's the doorway out. So let's look around over here. Let's see if there's anything that we can interact with. Devil's Thorn. Devil's Thorn grants you the Exalted State. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting the dialogue in a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Okay. Okay. And then we press 1 to use the honey, right? To get more points. Okay, cool. Okay, that's interactable. Can I even walk through here? No. I gotta walk around. Okay. Let's
Fall
look
of
at
the
this.
Damned by Rubens. The
Fall
man who
of the
cannot
Damned.
achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Okay. Are all these pictures interactable? No? Okay. Let's see if there's anything over here where the other conversation is taking place. Okay, there's a book.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Okay. Manuscripts. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. Okay, so you find manuscripts, and then... Okay. So then... Inventory... Okay, here's the different manuscripts, right? Skill point in psychology, conviction... Okay. Manipulation. Already have 2. Okay. Alright.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
What?
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Do I say it? Fuck it.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case
God.
has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Let's go with this guy.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you, would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Hillsborough.
Do you know if anyone else has gone missing recently?
Not at all, sir. It's as if Sarah has purely and simply vanished into thin air.
That's right. Just take me for an idiot, why don't you?
Not even a servant, then?
Not even a servant. I can assure you, we would have been informed.
Keep your faith, my son. Only the celebrated Sara de Rice could vanish before our very eyes, and she will reappear. You will see.
No!
Elizabeth!
The hell?
I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Dichet.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and her heart rate too.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to
Elizabeth
the island
Adams?
for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. The seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing. She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
So then how are you supposed to have all these
Gentlemen, it's
clues?
getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
I mean, I guess you're not supposed to have all the clues right away. If you were to have multiple playthroughs with different perks, then you'd be able to have more information, I guess, right? So I guess it's designed to do that.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Is this Zeus or Poseidon?
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But, to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Hall, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Okay. Definitely a lot of information going on. I feel like it's one of those that you'd probably have to play through it once completely, and then come back.
Gentlemen,
Maybe
I
do
bid
a
you
second
all
one
good night.
to
Mr.
get
President,
everything.
Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
It's at the end of the hall.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me.
Okay, so this is ours. But what else is around here?
Monsignor,
Cardinal.
His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
What is that? Is that more honey? Cool. I'm just trying to make sure that there isn't anything that we're missing here. George
President
Washington.
George Washington.
Okay, and then we're back here in the main chamber. Doesn't look like there's anything else interactable.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Okay. Huh, okay. What are you? Oh, you're another one of those. There's another golden elixir. Cures all your negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5. Okay.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Okay.
Monsieur Jacques Peru.
Jacques Peru.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon is here? Cool. Alright. Anything else? So there are a lot of people here. Okay, so we're back where we started. Let's go to our room. I'm enjoying this game so far. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it at the beginning,
Right.
but
So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open
I
it,
doubt it.
I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust.
I don't think that it has any info. We're gonna leave it.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow, nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Carmelite water gives you the focus state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. You cannot carry more than 5. Okay.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped Saturn devouring his son. Again?
Damn,
I
these
saw the same
pictures
thing
are
in the
weird.
hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, like Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Okay. Okay. So, do I have any other talents? Or character points? I'm wondering how I get the XP, though. Huh. Okay. So that's politics, linguistics. Okay. Huh.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Okay. Oof, what was that? collector coins. Okay, let's look at our inventory really quick. So we have Piaget's letter, we have the letter from the mother, her handkerchief, Emily's handkerchief, the invitation, the encyclopedia. Assemble all the pages of the manuscript in order to read it. Okay. Parallel lives and that. Collect coins, lost coins. Okay, so they're just collectibles. They don't show up immediately, so that's why I kind of saw it randomly. Okay. Then we just go to bed. Okay. All the artwork is very kind of, it's very grotesque and stuff, right? Okay, so our successes, we did not find all the clues about the mother. We really didn't find all the clues. Didn't pick up the book on the quay. Alternate path, could have remained in the Grand Hall to speak with Mr. Washington. Okay, but we had a lot more successes and failures. So I don't know what other clue we could have found on the docks, though. But I don't know if that's because we don't have all the, you know, perks that we would have needed in order to get all the clues. I don't know if we can go back to those areas, you know, in later episodes. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's how we get more experience. Okay. So how many perk points do we get per level, though? Okay, so this is... Okay, we get 4. Alright. Science, occultism, erudition, subterfuge. I feel like we need this tree a little bit more. Like, we need the politics and the linguistics. 3 points before level 1. Okay, so... Crap. Okay. So, yeah, these cost a lot more to get. It's crap. So, I mean, in reality, we can only... Okay. In reality, we can really only get one more thing. Do I want... I really want one of these. Do I want linguistics or do I want politics? I feel like politics is going to be the one that's more useful. But linguistics may be good too. Let's go with politics. Okay. Let's add one in linguistics for now. And then we'll go from there. Okay, equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read offers skill points at the end of the quest. Okay. So... Okay. Psychology and conviction. Let's go with psychology. Okay.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. but we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Okay.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Okay. So then now we have a key. Mr. Washington.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
No. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Yeah, but there's a reason that he's so freaked out. I feel like it's too obvious to investigate, to investigate the vision.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Okay. Join Adams in the small salon downstairs.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
And I'm assuming that this is all still under episode 1? Huh. Let me actually double check and make sure that we're not already into episode 2. Because if we are... Okay, we're still definitely in episode 1, so not a big deal. It was just kind of confusing the way that they started that.
A Bazant.
Okay, it said that she was down here. What is this guy doing?
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
What do you want me to do?
Come on, this guy's a cardinal? Weren't you about to enter the room, Your Eminence?
Oh, no. I was just passing by.
But since I do happen to be here, shall we go in together now?
I'd rather go and find help. It's safer.
Well, let's see. It's always the same ones who get dumped in it.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Okay.
Who do you think you are?
Multiple paths. There are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to. Okay.
For me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Damn it. I want to know what Washington will find.
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No!
I unlock the immoral trait.
I apologize. Nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
From the looks of her, it wouldn't surprise me if she insulted his mother.
Huh?
Well, at least Washington can take his time.
Given the mess, talking's not gonna help anything.
All right. So that was Jacques Peru.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
What do I say? I mean, she was willing to kill that guy.
My mother got her hands dirty for the common good, so don't be too quick to judge her.
For the common good? We're talking about the vivisection of a child. Of tattooing her from head to foot with a red-hot iron.
Stop this.
For her 5th birthday, she inflicted the stigmata of Christ on her. And for her 10th birthday, a hysterectomy. What kind of gift is that for a child?
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well. But the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Please. I need some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time. But if what is written in these damned documents is true, be brave, my boy.
Wow. Okay. So now it's telling us to go back to bed. It's another one of those things. What is this? Oh, it's just to sit here. Okay. There's got to be a point to having us sit here, right? I'm not going to wait and find out. Okay, so... I don't think that there's anything else that we can get out of here. Right? So we can go back upstairs. We can't go into this room. So I guess we just continue by going back upstairs and going to bed. Okay.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
It could have been worse. Let's say that Miss Adams will remember it for a couple of days.
What? Did you not intervene?
Of course not. What did you want me to do? That thug could have snapped me in half in 2 seconds.
So, you prefer to let that fragile young lady take a beating rather than risk getting slapped around a bit yourself?
You didn't do anything
Mr.
either.
Derice, your mother would not have been proud of you.
Listen, next time it happens, join me instead of hiding behind the door. If you're gonna talk big, back it up.
You should be ashamed. I will pray for your soul, my son. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Now, give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Okay. I knew it was a good idea not to look in the letter this early on. Temptation is real, but no. Not gonna do it. Alright, so let's go to bed.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. and Mortimer had better show up.
Okay, episode 1, 2, Night Stroll. So we only had one technical failure by letting Lady Adams take a beating. Alternate pass. Could have found out more about the men of the vision. Could have found out more about plans involving himself, and could have had a remarkable encounter. Okay. Okay, so we got to level 3. Alright, so now we have 4 points. Okay, so we have level 1. So let's do that. So just so that we get that. Let's go 1, 1. There we go. And that should be it, right? 3 points in linguistics and 1 in politics. Because then these are all unlocked at level 1. And then these are level 0. So then now we actually have these skills. Right? At least that's what I'm gathering. Talent unlocked. Sober. Not really sure what that means though. Is it because I haven't used any golden elixirs and things like that?
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Okay. Next reading. Skill point and conviction, and then we can't do anything else, so it's got to be that one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we look for clues. Okay, so already...
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Okay. What are you?
Writing material.
Inspect it.
From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
So, invisible ink? Right?
Writing material.
Choice already made. Okay, so then we're done with that. Don't you use lemon, and then if you heat it the right way, you can get invisible ink or whatever?
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Okay. Just another honey.
Nothing.
Okay.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Okay. What was that? Oh, another devil's thorn. Okay, so I can go out that way. I think that's the only thing that was left in this room. So let's check it out. Okay. Anything over here? Yes. Collector coin. Okay.
This room looks unoccupied.
Okay. Another collector coin. There's a few things over here. Okay, so that's just looking around then. I don't really understand what the reason is for these, because it's not like we're really seeing anything. It's just excuse me, different motion shots.
I couldn't have hoped for better.
Oh, okay, so then this is just the main room. Okay. So let me continue looking around out here. I didn't have much more to go anyway. But doesn't really look like there's anything else.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Okay. So we already read
Inferno
this
by
one.
Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely
What is
lectures.
that?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the Order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible.
Okay, so
And the
find
smell
something.
reminds me of something.
Lemon?
Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials.
There you go.
The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Don't you hold it up to heat? Find something
The
to
message
reveal
is
the hidden
illegible.
message.
I have to keep searching.
Okay. Alright, so there's got to be something else that we can use. It's heat, right? Assess the value of the ash, take the ash, and leave the ash. If we take it, can't we, like, put it on the page, shake off the excess, and the moist part will still remain? Or am I thinking way too far ahead?
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Okay. Is it just more jelly? That's it?
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
Amber fragments. You just found an amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort point by 1. Okay.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Okay. So then... yeah, I've already looked at all these. Did I already look at this thing? Oh, I have to have subterfuge. Okay. So then really that's all that I've got. Unless there's something... okay, yeah, just like I said, spread the ashes on the book, shake off the excess, and you'll be able to see what was
We're
written.
making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Crap. Okay. So then... I'm missing something else too. Crap. Alright. Is there anything else in this room? The candlestick? Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't heat activate that? Burnish the page with the candlestick.
It's working. The heat reveals the message.
I'm smart.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Okay. So then we're basically done here. And we have to go to the red salon on the first floor. Okay.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
So it just seems like we need to find the Medusa at
It
some
might be
point.
better to take a different stairway. That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Because I haven't seen any pictures, you know, depicting Medusa at all. Oh, crap.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet? I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holm.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
How's your eye?
I've had worse.
Please accept my apologies. If I'd stepped in sooner, you wouldn't have gotten that.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Damn.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're going to tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that?
Ooh, confrontation.
There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth.
Okay, you just encountered an immunity. One effort point is locked. Okay, so I
Hiding in
have
me
to...
might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by
Crap, so she's immune
confiding
to
in my
psychology.
torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you.
Damn it.
Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
I'm not gonna know the answer to that. I mean, we know about her dad.
Take your
Shit,
father.
I don't know.
I'm sure he tried everything to save you.
Sure, he tried everything to keep me from upsetting his political affairs.
Crap.
Once I was declared insane, I was nothing but a burden that got in the way of his career. By leaving me with your mother, he made all the horrors possible. I've got nothing more to say to you. Figure it out yourself.
Well, I screwed that one up. Crap. How was I supposed to know? But, I mean, I guess you're not supposed to get everything, right? It's all part of the game. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the Red Salon.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence.
Etiquette
It is served
skill.
every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make
Occultism.
landfall at last. And yourself.
Damn.
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The
So
French
I should
Revolution
probably
gives
start
him
by getting at
terrible
least one skill in
headaches.
each
Oh, I
area.
understand. I shall feel better too as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Very funny,
Shit. An answer is automatically selected. Okay.
Is the wine to your liking?
Crap, I didn't
Very
realize that it
much
was going
so,
by that
Sir
fast.
Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
So she's affected by that.
First time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Okay, so she's vulnerable to psychology.
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Show us your teeth.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
Here can do wonders.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
An assumption.
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Immunity is...
Monsieur de
Or
Richet,
Napoleon is immune
it
to...
would seem we have
that.
common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Show us your teeth.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
How am I gonna know? Sure.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or.
Again,
Monsieur
how am I
de
gonna
Richet.
know?
The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement.
Damn it.
So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
It's time for Girondins and Montagnard to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all the spilled
Really?
blood.
Another immunity
Both
that I'm
parties
not
must
gonna
put
know
an
that he
end to their
has?
petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must
Damn
be
it.
joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice
I'm
of the
sucking
other.
at this.
It's simply a lost cause. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
Man, that's one of those things that where you just literally have to get
Friends,
lucky.
I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow.
Keep
All
missing
the guests will be
opportunities, man.
present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Damn it. This one sucked. I was really bad on this one. Okay, so successes. You found your mother's message hidden in the book. You met the guests during dinner, but you dirtied one part. I don't know if I was supposed to, like, use the candle first. I don't know. I was unable to persuade Elizabeth to talk to me about the mother and failed to convince Napoleon. Could have searched her room, and you could have searched Napoleon's room. Really? Okay. I didn't know I could have done all that. Damn, I didn't even get to the next level yet. Yeah, that was definitely not the part for me. Screwed the pooch on that one.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
And I don't have any... I don't have anything, so can't do anything with that. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything that I can... Can I talk to this guy? I can.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Waldner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis. But continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Okay, cool. So we just go through here. Let me look over here.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Okay, so we don't have that key, right? No, we can't do anything with it. Or is this a key? Key with an occult earth symbol. Okay, was that the key for this?
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
I don't know what the occult earth symbol would be. Huh, okay. Let me just check this side of the room real quick. Make sure there isn't anything that we are leaving behind. Okay, different photos. This
Discourse on the
Okay,
Method
there we go.
by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Camelite water? Okay. Okay, so we can go through there, but it did say that we could go this way for the gallery. So I think we should start there. Oh wow. Okay, so this is a huge library. Holy crap. Golden elixir.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Okay, so is that it?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Okay.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Alright. So we only need one more page of the encyclopedia, and that was just a collector coin. So now we should be in the gallery, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we need to combine that with Medusa somehow? Maybe there's like a statuette or something?
Where all eyes size you up.
Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Okay. So let's look around here. See if there's anything that we can interact with. Okay, there's some stuff over here. Collector coin. Okay, that's just to sit down. Okay. There's bound to be something somewhere. What does that say?
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia.
Okay.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Amber.
Okay. Okay, so we came in on that side. Doesn't look like there's anything else over here. So let's look over in this room. Okay, that is Greek, so maybe there's another little statuette of it. There's a Medusa right there. Okay, cool. But before we do that, let's see if there's anything else that we can pick up, that we can inspect. There's this little box. I really need that other thing.
A painting with no name.
Huh. Okay. So let's check out the Medusa. Okay, so I can turn it.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Okay. So... do I use points?
The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace.
Okay, so it said this one is towards the Medusa. Then... think about the configuration.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. Pretty smart.
Okay.
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder?
No, it's a
Why
distraction.
not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Okay. Was that the solution?
The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand.
So then
Let's
I
find
need
the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Okay. So I thought I had it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. And that was it, right? Yep. Cool.
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here. Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
So I need linguistics for that. But I don't have any other... Okay, that displays invulnerabilities. Oh, it makes next skill use free. Crap. Okay. There we go.
Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art. Oh, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Amber.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job. These documents must be fakes. No man can own that many original works, no matter how rich he is.
Be careful. The Order has tried many times to estimate his personal wealth without ever succeeding.
And look here. Castles in Scotland, vineyards in Italy, districts in Venice. He's richer than some European countries.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Okay.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Okay, you have used 4 consumable items during a single quest. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. Use a golden elixir to cure yourself. Okay. I mean, I didn't really have any options.
How do you expect me to open up to you at all if you can't even reassure me? Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses, and there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
She was weak in...
Pragmatic, intelligent,
I'll just use it.
Sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about
I thought it was
herself.
psychology.
I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Well, one thing is very clear. You're working for someone. You're the dark hand of someone more powerful. Home, for example. You seem to know each other very well.
Why are we bringing home to the conversation?
God, this is like really
if you knew
difficult
me
to
better,
figure
you would
out.
know that I take orders from no one. I already have a work partner.
And I knew that.
I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
How am I gonna know any of this? Shit. Shoot. I don't know, man. Her old husband?
Your husband, of course.
My husband? He can't even walk without a cane. Poor
Again,
man.
how am I gonna know this
Let
stuff?
him live out the rest of his days in peace.
How nice for him.
Let's just say it's her father?
Your father. The force of youth combined with the wisdom of ancestors.
I never knew my father. And it'll be better for him if I never do find him.
Sorry.
I thought you'd figured out I was an orphan.
No. Please forgive me. I didn't know.
Right, time is short. You haven't convinced me. I prefer to remain discreet.
God, I'm
Don't
doing
take it the wrong
horrible
way.
at this game.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister. And if I reacted so strongly at the sight of the cameo pendant, it's because I thought it belonged to her. But it doesn't.
I understand. I won't insist.
It's time to leave.
God, I am doing so bad in these confrontations. And I don't know why. Like, I'm normally pretty, like, vigilant when it comes to this kind of stuff, but there's just so much information that I don't have.
What do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Ooh, another choice.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Oh man, I feel like Elizabeth is the obvious choice. So we're gonna go Emily.
Excuse me, Elizabeth, but some very urgent business has cropped up. We can speak tomorrow.
No, Louis, don't leave me alone. They've come back.
Good night, madam.
Damn, I wonder if all those are different occult symbols.
Well, well, Louis, you took your sweet time. What did our poor Elizabeth want?
The real question would be this. What exactly are you doing, Emily, in my room?
I've enjoyed our discussions very much, and I had hoped that we could continue them.
Emily? Have I misunderstood something here? What are you doing in my room?
And for a while now, the question has been nagging at me.
And that explains why I now find you here, in my bed. Go ahead. Ask me the question that's been burning at your lips.
I know your mother was here to meet someone, but I can't figure out who.
Oh. So that's what's been hiding behind all this.
We are both members of the Order, Louis. Let's try to be honest with each other. I have followed with great interest your affair in Paris, in connection with Mr. von Borchardt. You managed to steal something from him, if I'm not mistaken.
Emily, you suddenly seem to be very interested in my private affairs. You aren't pumping me for information, are you?
Not in the least, Louis. I'm deeply hurt that you'd even think such a thing of me.
Look,
Okay, so
I'm
she's
sorry.
immune to
I
questioning.
just thought that...
Well, you thought wrong. I was interested in you, that's all. But that seems to be beyond you.
Don't take it like that. My mother and I recovered an old occult book that von Borchardt was planning to resell on the black market. There. Now you know it all.
This is quite fascinating. But just what did Sarah expect to accomplish here?
If only I knew myself. My mother always takes a sly pleasure in telling me as little as possible.
Oh, poor little Louis. Your mother hides things from you. That's not very nice.
No, it's not nice at all. And you? What were you supposed to do once the book was found?
Give it to our sponsor, of course. Sir Gregory has more than one card up his sleeve.
So you mean Home is playing both sides?
Right. Enough chatting. Come and join me instead.
Oh man. I feel like she's so manipulating the situation.
Emily, don't take this the wrong way, but I really don't think this would be a good idea right now.
I see. You don't think it would do you some good to relax and clear your mind a bit?
That's a good point. But seriously, I'd rather we didn't.
I understand, Louis. I won't insist any further.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay, so
Lord
who are you?
Mortimer?
Monsieur de Richet, at last we meet.
Is that how you're gonna end the first episode? Okay. Okay, so I only really had one failure. Okay. Wonder how many parts are in the first episode. Okay, so I really feel like we need this one. Manipulation, occultism. Okay, so we're very close for etiquette. I feel like that would actually be nice to have. We're close to manipulation. Let's do that. So now it's at level 1. And I know that I can only put 2 anywhere else. So let's put 1 point in each one of those just so that we have that available. So now we have 2 other options that we can actually get. Okay, cool. The council. So that was the end of episode 1, I'm guessing. Alright, so there are 5 parts. Cool. So that's the end of episode 1, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm enjoying this game so far. I think it's very interesting. It's a very well thought out, in-depth type of investigation game. It's one of those that you could probably play a couple times and uncover more information each time that you play it. So I'm looking forward to continuing it with episode 2. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment, leave a like down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'll be seeing you guys in episode 2. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye.